Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and just this morning RTS released the synopsis for episode 21 of Miraculous Ladybug season 5, Confrontation. So let's read the translation together. The end of college, or like middle school I guess, is approaching, and Lila and Chloe must defend the future of their comrades before the class council. Marinette is worried. What will be the next malicious plan of the two plagues? Now, I'll be honest, this was out when I woke up, so this was like literally the first thing I saw, and I had to read it 5 times, and every single time I finished I was like, what? Okay, the first bit. The end of college or middle school is coming to an end. We already know that. As we were told in Revelation, we've got 2 weeks left to go. That bit wasn't confusing. And the last bit with Marinette, she's worried about what Lila and Chloe are going to do. I understood that bit. It's the bit in the middle, where it says, Lila and Chloe must defend the future of their comrade, which I think here is being used to mean classmates, before the class council. And I was like, what? Why? So I did a bit of Googling because I am not French, and if you are French or maybe have a similar school system, I would really appreciate your input here. But I did a bit of Googling and I looked up school councils in France. Now, like I said, this is just off Google, you can find this information yourself. But it says in secondary schools, which I know they're not in, they're in middle school, and again, we don't even have middle school in the UK. The concept of middle schools just confuses me, to be honest. But anyway, there is a conseil de classe, which deals with a word I cannot say, pedagogical issues, notably the academic orientation of each child and whether a child should repeat a year. So there's more information, as you can see, but it just kind of seems like the councils just help the school decide, but it does seem the school has like the final deciding factor, and it does also say both parents and pupils are represented on this council. So because it does say the class council, which conseil de classe translates directly to class council, I'm assuming it's that one, but again, I'm a bit confused because I believe they're in like middle school, not high school, which is the same as secondary school, I think, right? God, this is confusing. I hate different names people have for different schools. So secondary school literally meaning the second school, so middle school, or does it mean the other word for high school? I don't know here, so a French person would be great. But the key thing I want to take away from here is whether a child should repeat a year, and it says both parents and pupils are on this council. So as we know in Revelation, the whole like kind of plot of that episode is Lila becoming the class rep and Chloe becomes her deputy. So I'm assuming that means they are on the council, right? That seems like a pretty normal assumption to make. So it seems like Lila and Chloe are going to get to help to decide the future, as it said in the synopsis. They're going to get to help to decide the future of their classmates. And as we know from what Soculine has said, she is now at high school, which I believe is lycée in French. So are Lila and Chloe gonna try and like keep Marinette held back a year or something insane like that? And honestly, I can see it happening, to be honest. This is crazy. We don't have anything like this in England. Like, if you pass your exams, you carry on. Like, to be honest, you don't really repeat years in England at, like, high school and stuff. Like, if you don't get good marks, you don't get good marks and they make you carry on. We don't have this, so I would really love if a French person who grew up with this system, or maybe someone else lives in a country where you have a similar system, could maybe explain this better to me, and I'll pin the explanation or something. But this is what I think it's talking about, that basically Lila and Chloe have the power to not only destroy Marinette's future, basically, but other students as well. Like, are they going to do the same to Adrian, since he's definitely not on their side? I really don't know. This is just, it's not something I've ever heard of before, so I'm kind of like surprised. Like, how much sway are Lila and Chloe actually going to have? A little? A lot? I'm not sure. However, I think whatever they're planning is going to get overturned, because the only official image that we know so far confirmed for Confrontation is this one. It looks like Sabrina is hopefully going to betray them. I'm hoping Chloe and Lila are talking about their evil plans to do with Marinette. And I hope Sabrina says something. Come on, Sabrina, you have to come through and say something. So the airing dates are all on the screen, besties, and I actually have a video on Thursday, assuming other spoilers don't come out, that is a theory video around Confrontation. So I'd love to know what you think of this video, besties, and I'll see you in the next one.